First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Another completion here to Hunt. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this giant defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Murray now. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because There's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing now is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Third and 2. Now Murray again. That's taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Murray. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out, and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, you talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former #2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
How about a little credit for Slayton there as he moves the chains? Whether he's starting, low on the depth chart, wherever he is, he just produces for the G-men. 3rd 700-yard season in 4 years to begin his NFL career.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Oh, look at that. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And it's third down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. York able to send this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He completes it to Julio Jones. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. On play action, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
59-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Jones looking to change the play.
Now Jones off the play fake. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Murray now on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Murray now on 1st down. And now here is another interception.
It's Deonte Banks with it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the score. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Another try for Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jones keeps it himself, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. Yep. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An injury stoppage, and it looks like, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 82 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.